Hello, my name is Jamie Corson, and this is my philosophy statement for Dr. Copeland, SLAS 701. Many people say that librarians are simply informational professionals who are responsible for curating a collection of books, keeping them in place, making sure they're in order and available for use by patrons. However, there is much, much more than it takes to be a librarian. A librarian is an informational professional, but he or she is actually a steward of all things revolving around data and information and knowledge. I will explain my opinion in several ways, as these are items that I hold dear to heart and will always strive to ensure that I use on a daily basis. Yes, once again, librarians are informational professionals. We also act as curators. We are responsible for the collection of books, making sure that we purchase those that will be used by our patrons, making sure that we have the proper technology and facilities available to support that collection. However, we are also responsible for much, much more. We are also responsible for archiving information, making sure that information is placed in a manner that it can be available and preserved for the future. If today, as librarians, if we do not act to preserve data and technology and books for the future, then future patrons will not be able to access that information, and our jobs will be for naught. And again, librarians are information professionals. However, we are bound by ethics. One of these primary ethics is to protect the privacy of our patrons, that they can come and use the services of a library without having to fear that the information that they searched, the books that they read, the things that they did would be looked up for or given to other people. Ethics are those that bound us. We are also responsible for advocating for our patrons. We must make sure that we advocate for them, and we can do so in many, many ways. It's not simply one thing. We are also responsible for helping to support our patrons and to help our patrons to find knowledge, to access data, to be able to do the things they want to do when they enter our libraries. We are responsible for supporting them as information professionals. Librarians are also leaders within schools. It is their sole act to act as instructional partners, to collaborate with educational others, and to coordinate and help them with the learning process. It is not just one thing, that it is many things that we are responsible for doing that help to protect, preserve, and bring data and information to our patrons or our students. We are responsible for advocating upon their behalf. We are responsible for supporting them and coordinating the information that they seek. Librarians are also professionals who face change on a day-to-day basis. In schools, we're considered technologists. We're responsible for helping the other teachers to use information and technology. We also are collaborators. We collaborate with them as instructional partners. But these things change on a day-to-day basis. We no longer catalog things the way that we did in the past. The digital age is here, and it is not leaving. And we must network with each other to be able to understand the ethics that we're bound by, the technology that we should support, and the manner that we should collaborate, and then archive that data to preserve it for the future. Lastly, librarians are professionals. Librarians truly care about their patrons, and they want to make a library a fun, unique center of learning, and one way is by always dreaming as librarians, and also helping our patrons, our students, to dream, to find that fun within a book, to understand that every book has a story to tell. We should support them in that knowledge, and we should think outside the box. We shouldn't do things the way that we've always done things. We should always look to inspire and help our students and our patrons to understand that we care, because we have catalogs of information to help them to be able to access the information they are looking for, and that we will advocate upon their behalf if we do not have what is available to them. We should be doing inspirational things, and we should be inspiring on a day-to-day basis. We should help our students dream about tomorrow and find it through literature and the inspirations that can be found within a library. These are things that I strive to do and strive to be every day. Thank you.